crowd goes wild. Where's the crowd? I think I got a crowd around here somewhere. Let me find the crowd, because if the crowd is going wild, the crowd must go wild. No, I don't have an applause in here. Sorry. But we can clap ourselves. All right, here we go.
I can do that.
All right. Welcome to episode 58, ladies and gentlemen, of Trey and Alexx. I'm Trey the Chocolate Jock.
I'm Alex Dupree.
And here we are. It is episode 58. Hold on, let me get my controls together here. We don't have it in the budget to where we have a control person. There we go. All right.
One day.
That they'll be coming soon. TreyandAlexx.com is our website. Thank you so very much for checking in with us. We do this every Wednesday, 10:30 Central Standard Time. And here we are. Again, don't forget to search us where you look for and listen to your podcasts. We are on all of the podcast networks, or all of the ones that matter, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Again,
mainly Spotify and Apple Podcasts, Pocket
the main ones. The main ones people care about.
Yeah.
All right. And all of our social media is at Trey and Alexx. Don't forget, every Wednesday, 10:30 right here at Trey to CJ and at Alexx Dupree. And our website is updated. You can check it out. TreyandAlexx.com. Log on. All right, Mrs. Dupree, AD, what's going on? Tell me something good.
It's been a lazy, well, it was a lazy weekend for me. I was catching up on the Olympics, and it was hot.
Olympics. So what do you watch when you're checking out the Olympics? Oh, what do you watch when you're at the Olympics?
I had to see Simone. So I had to catch. So I was catching the replays because we subscribed to Peacock and all the whatever. So I didn't see anything live. Ain't nobody got time for that to be sitting live next to a TV. So I caught Simone and the girls doing all the gymnastic stuff. That was excellent. I mean, we got to support Simone. I watched the triathlon, men's and women's triathlon, because they were swimming up in the sewage. Up in the Seine River or whatever. You don't know about the fecal levels being so high that it was. You don't know about it. It was a huge controversy for months leading up to the Olympics, saying that water's not safe. You should know about human. No animals should be up in that water. And I think it was the mayor jumped in the water to show it was safe. Just like
I remember that. I remember that happening. I just don't know why the mayor did that. Okay.
Because they're like, the sewage is in there and the fecal levels are off the chart. So the day the men's triathlon was supposed to happen, they said the water levels are not good, meaning, the toxicity levels, the pollution. And so they canceled it and postponed it to the next day. And all of a sudden, the next day, there was supposed to be not as bad as the contamination. They didn't say it was safe. They just said it wasn't bad. And let me tell you, the triathletes talked about it afterwards. And one triathlete said there were things in that water nobody should feel it and see ever. So
that basically over there in some shit,
huh? Basically.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. So watch them, watch some mountain biking. Mountain biking was nice. We got a medal. I think we got a silver in the women's race. The men didn't do no same place. Okay. But yeah, just a little here, a little of that, dibbly, little table tennis,
But you didn't tell me your favorite one, your favorite sport at the Olympics.
My favorite sport to watch, no matter what, at all times, I don't care if it's I guess during the Olympics, it is the best, is beach volleyball. Hands down. Hands down.
Yeah, because of all the asses out there. Those beach
volleyball. Wait a minute.
Fellas.
Wait a minute.
Watch beach volleyball at the Olympics.
Nope. You can watch it. They changed the rules. They changed it. So for years, there's always been these sexist uniforms for the women, and their whole ass is out. I mean, you got.
I'm sure. This is why I'm telling the fellas to check out some beach volleyball.
It's like 2/3 of their ass is out. Well, no, because I just watched
that whole ass be out. It'd just be a thong string on the
normally. I'm telling you, this year they changed that. They've been talking about these uniforms for so long. They were in leggings. and shirts.
I seen some ass out there. I seen a
Well,
white.
that's when it was hot, but in the evening they had the option to
Oh,
wear, so
okay.
their uniforms have expanded. It's not just before it had to be you had to wear your little bikini top and your little bikini bottom. They now have
An
uh
option.
options to wear more clothing. And so I'm just saying, you may catch, I don't want anybody to be disappointed. You may catch a match that don't have all the asses out. That does not mean it is not still a good sport to watch and that you should not support, and they are not athletes. These
Yeah.
women and men are badasses, but
I can care less about the game and the score. I'm looking at the asses, and it's a nice array of them as well. So check
so,
that
sometimes.
prime shitters out there on display
Okay.
out there
Okay.
playing volleyball. So yeah, that's
Uh,
that.
caught the dressage as well.
Oh, okay. Because
The
I remember back in the day, the last Olympics, it could have been, I don't know. We've known each other for years. So one of the Olympics, you were saying that you really like the equestrian, and I thought you were going to bring that up. That's when they're riding the horses, right?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought you were going to bring that up again, and it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had a weekend full of Olympics and lounging around in my booty shorts and man beaters.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
often.
You, of
Awesome.
course, possessing that huge dunk over there.
I'm
So
telling you,
a
man.
donk, you know.
I'm working with one.
Yeah. Yeah. So good for you. Um, I've been doing radio stuff. It's good to just start doing radio stuff. I've just been, on air and just doing the whole radio stuff, getting ready for some things.
Nice. Nice. Is that what that is?
Getting ready for some things.
Oh,
So
okay. All
yeah.
right. I felt the
Um
tease.
yeah,
I felt
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
tickle.
Yeah. Again, TreyandAlexx.com. As you can see, she likes the Olympics. I don't care too much for them outside of beach volleyball and basketball. And the dream, well, I call them the dream team. Of course, that's the Olympic team. They come on at different times. Sometimes it'll be like 10 in the morning. Sometimes it's like
Yeah,
2,
you
3 in
can't
the
do that.
morning.
You gotta
Yeah.
either watch the coverage at night
Highlight,
or
which
you
is
or yeah, or you gotta get the peacock where you can watch it all. Because I'm still needing to watch the synchronized swimming, which they don't call it that anymore. They call it the artistic swimming or something. But
ah.
that's some artistry. I mean, that's some talent right there to line up everybody.
So speaking of that, there's I don't know if I threw away the picture or anything. That was some swimming competition.
Oh yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
here it is. Oh no, did I delete it? Yeah, I deleted it. It was like the
Oh.
3 mile it was a swimming competition, and both
Yep.
of the
I've watched that too.
top swimmers, yeah, because that's what you were. You were a swimmer, right? Back in the
I
day.
was a swimmer. Yep. Yep.
Uh and the two cats from China, the name was Long D and Wang Z.
Mm,
I'm like,
mm,
this is just instant comedy right here. Like this is
yeah,
free content. Thanks, fellas.
yeah.
Yeah.
I miss the diving though. Now that I think about it, because that's my event too. I like to
Isn't there a
do
sport
that.
where was it synchronization or something?
Yeah,
When
it's
they're
synchronized
underwater
diving.
and their feet are up and they're
Oh,
doing
that's
some
what I was talking about. I was talking about the
oh,
synchronized swimming. That's
got it.
I still have to catch
Got it.
that. I
Got it.
think they call it artistic swimming. I don't know if they call it synchronized anymore, but yeah, so that's this week because certain stuff is the first week and
It
then
feels
certain stuff is the next week.
how long is the Olympics?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. Because it feels
Mhm.
like it goes on a month. Because how
No,
many sports are covered during the Olympics?
that's a good question. I have no idea. And I mean, and they're still adding new sports. Breaking is in there now. Don't say breakdancing because people get mad, but breaking, which has been in for the last, I think, 3 Olympics now.
Yeah. My question is,
Um,
do they have cardboard and spray paint?
I don't believe
And when they come
that that's
out,
the technical gear that they need.
is the theme song playing when they're out there? Doo 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 doo. Or am I doing
Let
a
me
robot?
tell you, I
Doo,
was
doo,
reading up on this. So they can't
doo,
pick their own music.
doo. No.
No, I thought that was interesting. I'm like, I don't even know how you judge this and how this shit is considered fair at all. But
Right.
apparently, some DJ drops a beat and they just have to roll with it and interpret their moves and match their moves to the best to the music that the DJ mysteriously drops that they don't know what's going to drop ahead of time.
So there's an actual DJ. Okay.
I haven't seen it, but I
Okay.
was when I was reading the news article, they said a DJ.
Mm,
So yeah,
that's interesting. That's
yeah.
pretty interesting.
But I can't believe you can't pick your own music
And pole dancing is not a sport, right? It's not an
as
Olympic
you
sport.
ask.
No, it's not
Oh,
an
an
Olympic sport.
Olympic sport.
Olympic
Oh,
sport.
no, not that I
Okay.
know of. I haven't seen, not yet. Not
Yeah.
yet. There'll be a lobby. Somebody will lobby for it because there's some athletes
Yeah.
doing some things on some poles.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You saw the dude whose junk, his package knocked over the pole, the high
That
jump.
was crazy. That the
Feel
guy's
so bad
package
for
was.
him.
Was it a pole vault or something? Was that what it
Yeah,
was?
yeah,
He
it's the
couldn't.
pole vaulter.
He couldn't get over because his
No,
thing.
he got over. He
The
cleared the
thing.
bar. Everything clear, but
Yeah.
then his bulge
Yeah.
caught the bar.
His giggle stick. His master of ceremonies.
Yeah, not just
Yeah.
the stick, the whole package. His balls were all up on it too. Like
Oh, nuts was in there too, huh?
the whole package grabbed the bar
Mm,
down off the
I'll be
felt
damned.
bad. Somebody's
Mm.
coach was like, he need to talk to some drag queens because they'll tell him how to tuck that
It's
thing.
a fold method, I hear. It's like a folding and cuff type of
I
thing.
don't know.
Yeah.
I'm surprised this is the first time we've seen this though. I can't believe that doesn't happen more often.
What do they do to the balls? Is it a
When
that's
they
the
tuck
whole
it,
sucking? Yeah, they do something to the balls because of course you can touch
yeah.
you can touch. Okay,
They take the whole thing from what I understand. I have seen RuPaul's Drag Race and talked to some drag queens.
draggers. Okay,
Yeah, but from what I understand, and I see I have my hand going here, making an image, but they pull the whole package underneath, like under between the legs to the back, and there
okay.
is some actual taping
Oh, got it.
going on. Some
So
actual
what happens when you got to pee? To come out your ass or something, or like that?
You untuck. You
Okay,
untuck.
got it. I was thinking this was a surgical procedure.
No, 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 no.
Oh,
You
okay.
tuck. You got like duct tape
Hey,
and you
man, you
pulling it
know,
back.
let me just say this without saying too much more. It gets real complicated, and I don't want to touch it outside of like male woman, homosexual male, homosexual woman. Like outside of that, like I feel it's not my business to either comment on it or even try to understand it, or I just keep it practical. That's
It's
all.
artists. It's their art form. Drag queen, being a drag queen and drag performance, that is an art form. The makeup, the costumes, the performance to all of that.
Yeah,
It's the same as somebody being a what do you call those people that dress up like the Comic-Con people or they dress up like anime
cosplay is it?
cosplay. It's the same thing as this. Like that's their artistic expression and that's what that's the thing.
Okay.
Um yeah. So it's just
Again, I will reiterate my stance. I have no comment on any of that. I'm going to keep moving. Is what we should
okay.
do. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
you
going.
should go to a drag show. They're fun.
I should not. I should not. I
They're
told you what happened
fun.
with an ex girlfriend of mine. Did I tell you what happened with that?
No, you did not.
I was dating this chick. It had to be about, what is this, 2025, maybe about 15 years ago, long time ago. And she met up with her girls at a bar in Boys Town.
Yeah.
And I went with her.
Mhm.
And we were at a club. This was the first time I was ever at a gay club.
Mhm.
And I stood in one spot the whole night. I felt so it wasn't like she didn't tell me where we were going. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So she didn't give me
Mhm.
the option to say yes or no or no. So
Yeah.
when I got there, I was just so I,
Uncomfortable.
oh my God. And
She should have told you.
she
She should
should
have
have,
told you in
but I don't
advance.
think that it mattered what I thought because we were together, of course, heterosexual, nothing shady or anything
Did
between
anybody
us.
hit on you?
No, but it was just the fact that, like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Like, I think I was the only straight guy in there. I think,
That happens.
you
I
know,
went to a gay club and I
yeah.
mean I got hit on, but they were like, "It is so obvious you ain't gay."
So is it obvious?
I To some people, I had a
Okay,
very good
because nobody
girlfriend.
nobody hit on me or
Yeah,
anything.
they it's
But then
obvious
again,
it's the vibe you give off.
I'm not the
Or
type of I know like my strengths and weaknesses. I know a strength of mine is that I look like intimidating. You know what I'm saying? Like when I have a blank stare
yeah,
or something on my face. So
or you
no,
probably didn't even look open, like,
right,
to being approached. You didn't look approachable.
right,
But yeah,
yeah.
there's a vibe. I used to have a really good girlfriend, and we used to go out all the time. And she was gay and had a lot of gay friends, and nobody out of any of her friends thought I was gay. And
Ah,
I didn't understand why, but
something
they
you
was
give
just
off, I
like,
guess, a look or
I
something.
guess so. I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. What a fun filled week we've had since last Wednesday. We're still screaming, yes, we can. Yes,
Yeah.
we can. But she announced Vice President Harris announced that her running mate would be Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. I've seen Waltz. I've seen
Yeah.
two L's and an S. I'm like, let's
Yeah.
get it right, man. It's Tim Walz. He's the governor, current governor of Minnesota. He was the governor when George Floyd, that whole
Yeah.
situation
Oof,
happened.
oof.
And you sent me this earlier when that Prince bill, because Prince has an expressway named after him. You got to tell me that you are the Prince aficionado here.
Yeah, and I was there, last year. I was at Paisley and
When
had a
they did the dedication to the what is it,
no, I
expressway?
wasn't there when the dedication was done. That was done, I think, in 2021. But, yeah, they dedicated. They got it right too, man. A 7-mile stretch, and if you know Prince, has a, um I'd speak like he's still here because I do believe he is still here. He has an affinity
Do
for the
you?
number
I
7.
think that's another episode. Do you really think he's still here, or you just want to hold on to hope?
No, I really there's something that I don't believe he's dead. I
Okay,
mean,
look, I got to let's do conspiracies. Let's pick a conspiracy theory show where we can talk about the death of hell. Why not Elvis, Tupac,
okay,
um, Michael Jackson, and Prince.
okay,
So we're
all
gonna have a
right.
conspiracy theory show. Okay.
And think about it, if anybody could pull this off, that man lived in secret
Same way,
most of his
like
life.
Mike. Same way like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Same
So
way.
if anybody could pull this off, but yeah, so 7-mile stretch of expressway, which is you got a thing with the number 7. It is right past, his Paisley Park. And it was I think it's Interstate 5. And the sign is on the side of the highway, and it is saying this is Prince Rogers Nelson Highway, but it is the only sign that is a legal government highway traffic sign, and it is purple.
Mm,
So
that's
he
dope.
got the
That's
rules
dope.
changed just for that sign. It's still in play that all signs have to be green or brown or whatever the hell colors they have to be for whatever the reasoning is. Like historic, I think is brown and
Yeah.
green
Yeah.
is yeah.
Yeah.
But it's purple.
That's
And
dope.
when he signed the bill, he signed the official bill in purple ink,
Yeah.
which again, purple is not usually any colors are accepted as a legal signing government color. They all have to be black.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how dope.
Glad he made an exception just this once. I can't walk away from the striking resemblance that he has with Steve Martin, the comedian. In fact, let me do a side by side here. Look, now that Saturday Night Live, of
Yeah.
course, Maya Rudolph plays Kamala Harris. Now, Steve Martin, I'm sure they've already called him. I'm sure he'll be on Saturday night
He's got to
as,
be.
huh?
He's got to be. So
Yeah, he's
Kamala's
got to be.
already agreed. She's coming back for season 50. They're already up to 50 for Saturday Night Live.
They do
And
2 seasons a year though, right? In a 365.
no,
No, no.
it's one season. So she's coming back, and Steve, he is so gonna come back. Let me tell you why.
Oh
He is
yeah.
the most hostingest host of all of the hosts. He's
Yeah.
hosted the most. And Steve Martin, I just listened to one of his autobiographies or whatever. Just finished that the other day. So that's a coinky that happened. He, I I thought he was a cast member at one point because he was on so freaking often.
Oh, he was just
He
a
ne-
host.
he just hosted that many times. I think he hosted for the first time, if I remember from the book correctly, in 1976.
Good Lord.
You're right, and so that's why he's like the most hostingest. But he just kept
And
coming
the
back
crazy
as
part,
host.
and the crazy part about it is, in the late '70s, he had white hair then, so the
Oh
guy
yeah,
hasn't aged a tad. Oh, he hasn't aged at all, I should say.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, so well, I should just say this in case anybody's wondering. We're with her. Hold on, let me just show you. We are
yes,
with her.
we are.
Alex is a little concerned about voter suppression, if you want to call it that.
I am.
Here's a little information. You can still register to vote. The website is here posted for you guys. You can go to usa.gov. It's up there. If you can see, it's for your federal, your state, and your local elections. That's for everybody watching this across the country, in Chicago or in Seattle or wherever the hell you are. If you are a U.S. citizen, as it said, if you are what is it said, living abroad, you can see, and you go to that website, it tells you how to register to vote and vote absentee. You have until October, like a month out of the election, so like October 6th or 7th.
Let's
So
just lie because you know folks be late. You have until September 1st. You got just get it done.
yeah,
And my concern is I saw something on Instagram, and who the hell knows if it's the truth because he was talking about Texas, and I ain't in Texas, but they were saying that you go online and it really does look like you filled out all your information and you press submit and you're ready to go and you've registered. But you need to read the fine print because it actually does not register you to vote when you press submit. You have to print your form, download the form that you just filled out online, sign it, and mail it into physically to an address. So if you're doing whatever you're doing online, if you're registering to vote, just make sure you read the fine print as if you're signing away one of your kids. Just make sure you're
that
not getting got. Make sure you do all these things. And if you don't want to do it online, there are places to do it in person. Because didn't we do it like way back in the day when we turned 16? Didn't we do it when we got our driver's license? Because the DMV, you can do
I
it at
don't
the
remember.
DMV. There's other places too, but I remember doing it at the DMV.
I remember as a junior or senior in high school,
Mhm.
Dick Durbin, Senator Dick Durbin from Illinois. We had like a mock election, and
Mhm.
just because of his name, Dick Durbin, he won like overwhelmingly. And we had like an election at the school, so it could have been junior year, something like
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
Man.
Mhm.
So again,
Good old Dick
USA.gov.
Turpin.
Get old Dick, Dick B. Durbin. There's a joke in there somewhere. All right. Again, treyandalex.com. Don't forget to also search us where you listen to podcasts. So this happened yesterday, and I read it, and I'm not surprised. The Fugees announced that their U.S. leg of their tour has been canceled. And I
Yeah.
put after 3 days, but it's 3 days before the actual tour has set out. I don't know if it's low ticket sales or what. Just the weirdness of this group, that's one of the biggest groups of our time, has just so much drama with the three
So
of them. They
so
got
much
Praz.
drama.
I think Praz is. Did he get out of jail? He was locked up for a while, for a minute, and then you
I
got
don't know.
Lauren, who, when she has a show, will definitely make you wait 2-3 hours before she comes if she shows up.
If she shows, yeah,
Wyclef is probably the only one that's still like doing music,
yeah,
producing. Like,
producing. Mhm.
yeah, he's still the only one that's out here doing
I
doing
I
stuff.
mean, I remember when they were doing the tour, like, I'll never, ever, ever work with them ever again. I'll never, ever tour with them. I'll never, you don't
Oh,
remember?
right,
Oh,
right,
they was hot. They were like, for the rest of my life, forever, ever, 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 never, ever, ever.
yeah.
And so,
See,
like, when I heard they were gonna do something together, I didn't believe it anyway. I was like, there was so much bad blood. Like, I was like, there's no way they buried that hatchet. And apparently,
it was
maybe
because
maybe they haven't.
didn't she date both of them or something? It's not a city high type of situation. I think she dated Wyclef, right?
I don't know. They never spoke. That was one of the things. They never said what the big fallout was or what the betrayal or what the thing was they couldn't get past and why we'll never ever work again. Never said what the thing was. So I still to this day don't know what was the big egregious thing, who made who mad, how they fucked him over, or what. I don't know. But whenever they talked about it, they were all they looked like they were
Yeah,
spewing venom, saying,
yeah,
"Fuck that
yeah,
person. I'm not working
yeah.
with them."
Right.
No,
Money, lack of money does that.
bring you back.
Once you have, I would assume once you got like 20 million in the bank and it gets down to about 13 to 12, that's the beauty. You can just go out on tour, do a world
Yeah, as
tour and just re-up.
long
So
as you're still relevant, as long as people miss you. Yeah.
yeah, I want to go back to the this vice presidential pick here because we actually didn't expound on what we thought about the pick. We said
Yeah.
that the guy looks like Steve Martin, but we didn't necessarily jump right in the pool about what we think of this pick. Now, I assumed that she would get well. Alex and I both assumed that she would be selecting Mark Kelly. Now, that's the guy that looks like Dr. Evil. He's the senator of Arizona.
I didn't think he was gonna pick him. I wouldn't have been mad if she did, and I liked the story behind it because I remember Mark Kelly, and I was back when his wife got shot, and he was an astronaut, and he has
Gabby
a twin
Giffords, yeah,
brother. Yeah, so
yeah.
I remember his whole story, and I just liked it. I just liked the story. I don't know his politics. I don't know what he's doing down in Arizona, anything, but I just liked the story.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that you have to have a certain look as well, and
Mhm.
to be the president and the vice president, you have to look good together. Now we all know that Joe and Kamala. Okay,
I was
okay,
okay with it. You didn't like it? No?
no, no.
Okay,
But
that's
I
fine.
think this guy looks much better standing next to Kamala. I mean, that is one of the factors. I'm sorry, hold on, where is it? That's one of the
Yeah,
factors how they look. You know,
yeah, they look good.
because she, if I were to ever envision a woman president, she would be like the prototype. She looks presidential. I don't know. It's something about her. You know,
You
I
didn't
don't
think
know.
Hillary looked presidential?
No, no.
What?
Between she and Trump, no. I don't think she looked presidential.
Well, no, no, no. Just period. Let Hillary stand on her own merits here. Did she didn't look presidential at all to
I didn't
you?
think so. I didn't think so.
Wow.
No, I didn't think so. I voted for Hillary too. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah, I
I
voted
know.
for Hillary.
Okay.
Um, so back to the Minnesota Tim Walz guy. She I think she picked him because of how hard he's been going at Trump. You
It's
know,
been good.
I think she can use him to be the bad guy going against Trump. You know, he's the one because he already started that they're weirdos. He's calling them
Yeah,
weird,
they're weird people. They're weird people.
and they're
Yeah.
saying this in the rallies. They're weird people. They
And
are weird or something like that.
And
So that's good.
supposedly the Republican Party, they're having a hard time having a comeback for that because it's not like
Uh-huh.
full on name calling. It's not full on angry negative speech. So, they just don't know how to come up with a response for just someone calling them weird. They can't
They
craft quite the
they weren't
comeback.
expecting Kamala. You see, he's scared to debate her. I think he dropped out of the debate on
Oh,
at
you heard
ABC.
about that? The ABC one for a Fox one, but Kamala. So this, I don't know if it's going to happen if they're going to let her, but Kamala supposedly said, "Well, I'm still on the books for that time. I'm going to use the time whether he shows up or not." So that would be genius. Now, I don't know if ABC can do that. There's a whole thing with equal time and da 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 da. But if they put it out there and he says no,
Right.
I think they fulfill their equal time of like you were supposed to be here and you decided no. Also, Tim Walz is already calling for a debate. Like, come on,
Yeah.
let's do it,
Yeah.
Vance.
I
Let's
think
say,
that one is going to be more or just as interesting as the
mhm.
Kamala and
If I
Trump.
say don't do it, don't do
I
it.
had to check a few students today for
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got this window open. Did you hear that? You didn't hear that.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
I had to check a few students today for calling them for calling her Kamala.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Kamala.
then and Trump tweeting his typos. What was the comma blah? Was it comma blah?
Yeah, he did that on purpose. He knows what he's doing because he calls George Snuffleupagus George
Steph
Slopalopicus or something.
Stephanopoulos.
I call his mama name him Snuffleupagus. I'm gonna call him Snuffleupagus. George Snuffle. He reminds you of he's a little short, little pipsqueak too. I don't think he's 5 feet tall. Little George Stephanopoulos or something.
He's married to a comedian, so
Is he really?
yeah, he's married to this white lady who's Allie, not Allie Wentworth, but I think she was on Mad TV way back in the way. But she's a comedic actress, and she's just she's well, she's old now, but she's
Never knew
hilarious.
that.
White lady with just like permanent bags under her eyes is
I
one way
saw
you may
those before.
remember
That's
her.
horrible.
But she's
Yeah,
funny. She's funny as all hell. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Also, this week, Hard Knocks. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with Hard Knocks. That's the HBO. It's like a reality show of football teams every year, right? And
Mhm.
so they featured the Chicago Bears this year. And this is the first time that the Bears have been featured on Hard Knocks. Now, this show is maybe 20 years old, I want to say.
What?
Older, yeah. And this is the first time that the Bears have been featured on it. Every time they've asked the Bears, they've said, nah, we're good. We're good. We're good.
20 years? Where the hell have I been? I really don't watch sports.
Well, the show comes on HBO, and it's like a behind the scenes and it of behind the scenes journey of the team. It
Okay.
goes into like the coach's office when the coach is talking to a player. It
20
captures
years
like
or 20 seasons?
it actually 20 seasons. It's in an auditorium, so it records like they record like the team meetings. It's just a pretty cool. And the cool thing about it is the Chicago Bears. You always see like the head coach on TV giving an interview, and you always see like the players giving an interview, and that's it. You don't see how they goof around in the locker room and how they interact with each other and the nicknames they call. You don't see any of that. But on Hard Knocks is now you get to see it. And man, I think it was pretty cool that we get to see our Chicago team, you know, featured in that national spotlight like that. And because we got tons of stories. There's our rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams, number 18 there. There is DJ Moore. It's number 2. We picked him up in the trade last year. So these are like our top 2 stars, right? And we got tons of other stars. We got Jonathan Owens, who's Simone Biles'
Hey.
husband. It's just different storylines. And of course, Caleb Williams, the number 1 draft pick. So it's just great seeing the team just being featured behind the scenes. Now, this is what I wanted to ask you about. Are you familiar with our head coach? His name is Matt Eberflus, right? Matt Eberflus
I
is
am
the head
not
coach.
familiar.
This is head coach Matt Eberflus to the left, the first 2 seasons as head coach of the Chicago Bears. Somebody told him, "Hey, man, you need to do something, man. That ain't looking right." His wife was featured on the episode, and his wife said, "Hey, you got some stubble right there. Maybe you should turn it into a beard." And now he's known as Mr. Steal Your Girl. Because look at the
Love it.
difference. Look at the stark difference right there, right?
Lost a little weight. Looks like he slimmed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Rawr,
And
rawr.
something else I didn't notice, well, I didn't know that the Bears has like their own team barber. So it's like he just walked in
Oh,
the room, got his haircut, and it says on the door, team barber. I'm like, wow, you get free haircuts. So
nice.
yeah, it's pretty
So it's
cool.
a
So
young team, is what you're saying?
very young team, very young team. Like the
Okay.
future of Chicago sports is really bright. We got Caleb, we got the young man that plays for the Blackhawks. He's like 18, 19 years old. We got Angel Reese playing for the and Camila Cardoza that plays for the
Sky, right?
Sky, Chicago Sky. So we got a bright future. I don't know about what the Bulls are doing and the White Sox, but it's not a coincidence they're owned by the same person.
What
So
about the Cubs? You didn't mention the Cubs?
the Cubs are kind of like in the middle of it's not like they suck and it's not like they're great either. So it's like, what are we doing here?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
all I got.
Cubs. Oh,
That's all I
Cubs.
got over there.
All
Yeah.
right.
So that's it. You got something? That's it? No more? I thought you had a whole
No.
bunch of stuff to talk about. Cool. All
You
right.
you
Again.
did you watch the naked show I asked you to
No,
watch?
I'm not. No, I'm not watching that show. No. TreyandAlexx.com. Don't forget to search again where you listen to podcasts. We're here every single Wednesday, 10:30 Central. Thank you so very much for checking us out and loving on us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's Trey and Alexx. It's www. I'll put up a graphic up here next week, but usually, it's www.youtube.com/@ Trey and Alexx. Like YouTube got a little, weird with it. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so very much for listening and watching us. I'm Trey the Chocolate Jar.
I'm Alexx Dupree.
Have a great one. We'll talk next week. Holla.